friends, it is Yamzi from the Blue Plum Bob, back again today doing a speed build in The Sims 4 for the household. I already posted their Create a Sim video. It is the college kids household. So it's a household of 7 young adults, all of which are attending university. The reason I created a household for them is because I wanted to have some in-game people who are actively attending university. I know sometimes the Sims, aside from the people who they created, the Sim townies they created for Discovery University, there's not really many Sims that autonomously go to university. So I wanted to have some Sims that were actively going to university. So we've got 7 different personalities. I tried my best to make them all unique, and this is the house I'm building for them. So I didn't assign this lot the university housing trait or lot type or whatever because I wanted them to be able to have an oven. Personally, I think it's a little silly that they can't have an oven. I understand not having ovens in the dorm room, but to not allow ovens on off-campus university housing feels a little silly to me. So I didn't label it as that, but all 7 of these Sims, actually 6 out of 7 of them are attending university. The 7th is, he's an athlete, a pro athlete. That's what he wants to do. And there's not really a path that you can take through university that kind of allows for that, aside from if I were to go and have him do some recreational, playing soccer or something like that. And I didn't really want to do that, just because I'm not going to be actively playing with this household. They're just going to be in my game to, fill out the world, essentially. So that's kind of a little bit of the backstory. I won't go too far in depth about the 7 Sims I created, considering I did already do a Create a Sim video for them. But to give you a little bit of background, we have 5 female Sims and 2 male Sims. We have T.O. Norton, Denny Rock, Mikey Dyson, Tiana Hilliard, Barnaby Cleary, Vanessa Moody, and Sophie McLeod. Those are the 7 characters that we are creating housing for today. And yeah, I think this house is really fun because it's really cramped. I really wanted to build a tiny house because I don't know if this fits into the parameters of a tiny house, especially with the backyard, the porch steps, and everything like that. But it feels really squished to me, especially for 7 Sims. And I wanted to do that on purpose, considering when you think about university housing, you usually picture really crammed dorm spaces. And while I didn't want to build a dorm for them, I wanted it to be a little bit cramped anyway, so that's what I did. We don't end up having a proper dining room. We have 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, which is a little bit nightmarish considering we do have females and male Sims in here. It doesn't really matter for the Sims gameplay, but just thinking personally, if I had to share a bathroom with 2 men and 4 other women, I'd lose my mind. But yeah, so here we are doing the floor plan. You can see we've basically got all 4 bedrooms sorted out now. This long, awkward piece that I just got rid of, it ends up being a hallway. I get rid of it. I think about it for a bit, think about how I want to do this. I end up closing that area off. That becomes the 4th bedroom. For a little while, I thought the bedroom in the front of the house would be a living space. It ends up not. It ends up being another bedroom because instead of 6 Sims, I wanted to have 7. I probably could have fit an 8th, but I decided not to do that in the end. Here I am fiddling with the living situation, the floor plan out here. It is very hard for me to figure out what I want to do for this. It takes me a little while to get an idea. In the end, we have a living area and a kitchen, and a dining table that has 1 seat at it. I figure college students probably don't really worry about that kind of thing. They are probably much more concerned about having a television or something to entertain themselves with. I know that personally, the only thing I really use my dining table for is collecting clutter. So at this point, dinner is eaten on the couch and all of that, so I figured, these Sims don't really need a huge dining table, nor would they necessarily want one. So here I put a doorway, and then I immediately realize, I'm like, I want this to be a bedroom, so I switch it for a door, using the doors from Dream Home Decorator. I think that wood tone fits this house really well, and you'll see once I get to like wall coverings, I do make the outside of the house look a bit more reddish, and that is because five out of the 7 Sims and 5 out of the 6 Sims going to university go to Foxbury, which is the red one, I'm pretty sure. Whichever one is the red one. I always get them mixed up. I'm pretty sure Foxbury is the red one. But for the most part, we've got Sims who are attending Foxbury, so I figured like the outside of the house kind of would be red and it would be kind of fun. Like the university offers this area as housing, and then they've got just like a bunch of, like, it's a red house because it's for that university. I don't know. I have never personally lived in the dorms or on campus for my university, nor do I ever want to because that sounds awful. But just thinking about it, it sounded funny to me to have like this red house. I don't make it hideous. It doesn't look ugly, I hope. It doesn't look ugly to me. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't look ugly to me at the end. I actually really like how it turns out. Here I am. I go in with some custom content couches just because like I couldn't find the proper red tone that I wanted in any of the base game or like actual Sims content houses or actual Sims content couches. I couldn't find a shade that really fit what I was going for. I end up using this eco lifestyle rug here. I got that by typing in sheets. I think it's show hidden objects and then show live edit objects. So I stole that out of there. We put a big old coffee table, and then right here in the corner is where we tuck a little dining table. And I use a custom content chair here. It looks like a bar stool, so it kind of fits like the bar stools that we put at the counter. I also forgot to mention, like, there's places for them to sit and eat that's not the couch. They have the bar stools in the kitchen too. Putting a hanging plant, again, using the live edit objects to get that from, I believe that's from Nifty Knitting. And then a custom content little ottoman to go in the corner. And then we put a bookshelf along this wall and a little rug at the door. And that is about it for the living space, I think. We've got that. Yeah, we don't put anything else really in here, I don't think. Moving on to the bathroom. It's a bit of a squish. It's a bit tiny, especially considering 7 different Sims are going to be using this bathroom. I thought after I created this about putting in 2 shower stalls instead of doing the bathtub shower combo. I think I want to leave it. I don't know. I think either way, if you were to download this house off the gallery, that might be a better option to let more Sims shower and stuff while other Sims are in there. But at the same time, I'm like, it feels pretty natural to me. So working on this front bedroom here, this is the bedroom of T.O. Norton and Mikey Dyson. So T.O. Norton, when I created him, I had a musician in mind. I think he's going to school to study like music history. I don't remember exactly what the degree is. I should have written it down when I went in after I created all the Sims in Create a Sim and gave them all of their, like actually sent them to university type thing. I should have written down what I sent him there for, but something to help him with a musician career in the future. And as for Mikey Dyson, he is not attending university. He is going to be a pro athlete. His name is kind of a play on Mike Tyson. I was randomizing last names and then Dyson came up and I thought, this is really funny. This Sim is meant to be an athlete. What if I just made his first name Mikey instead of Mike? I couldn't tell you like anything about Mike Tyson other than that he was either a boxer or a wrestler, and I don't know which one is which, so I'm not even gonna try. The second bedroom we are working on is for Denny Rock and then Sophie McLeod. So Denny Rock wants to be a pro chef. I actually put a microphone in here for her, so I might end up switching around the bedrooms because that doesn't make quite a lot of sense. My idea for Denny Rock, though, was that she is the type who would make hangover food for her friends and, like, help them out. As for Sophie McLeod, she wants to be a Zen guru. She's going to university for something completely different, and I don't remember what it is. But it's something to help out with Zen and everything. So if she's got the little poof there that came with like the spa day update, that just so she can meditate in her room. I have a feeling she has like a YouTube channel where she streams herself meditating and she does like a do yoga with me type thing. This bedroom ends up being the bedroom of, let me see here, Barnaby Cleary. So it ends up being, for one sim here, Barnaby is a style influencer, like a social media influencer. She wants to be a fashion designer. So I decided if anyone were to have their own bedroom, Barnaby definitely would be the one to be like, I need my own space so I can put all of my stuff in here. And she definitely has a personality that people are like, fine, just do whatever, like whatever. And then for the fourth and final bedroom, this is where Tiana Hilliard and, what's her name? Vanessa Moody stay. So Vanessa Moody is a character based vaguely off of Legally Blonde. In the Create a Sim video, I was talking about it, and I accidentally kept calling Legally Blonde Pretty in Pink, just because she wears a lot of pink, and like that's kind of the whole sitch. But Vanessa's very smart, as is Tiana. Actually, Tiana is going to be a pro hacker. That is her thing. And actually, Tiana's very interesting because her traits, I was using the 100 plus base game mod base game trait mod. I was using that mod that I talk about all the time. And there's a trait in there that says, like, this sim is mute. And I was like, this is really interesting. I don't know what this means, and I wanted to try it out. So, Tiana is actually a mute sim, which means that she can't speak. But, yeah, it's a very interesting idea. I wanted to see how that worked, and that's why I did that. And you can see here I am changing some of the outside. We've got like this reddish brick along with some of the red-ish paneling from Spa Day, and then we do like a tan paneling as well. And then using again the show hidden objects, show live edit objects, I get this gravel that I put on the ceiling, the flat part. I use this for basically every house that has flat tops in Oasis Springs. I think I use the same thing. Just to try and keep it consistent. Outside, putting a pool, obviously, because this is Oasis Springs, I figured they'd need a pool. Putting a little picnic table out on the patio, and then I put an outdoor trash can out here. If you guys have seen some of my other builds, you know I really don't spend too much time on backyards. Don't really know what to put in them, because usually for me, backyards in my gameplay are like, let's put the huge-ass observatory out there, or let's put the telescope out there, because, like, they're just, it's so big, or, like, the microscope. I put those outside in the backyard, because there's no room for them in the house. That makes sense. But here's my simple landscaping. I've done this for every other Oasis Springs build, and then going around the outside, just doing a very quick drawing on this, the terrain paint, kind of making it look like an EA build where we just touch up the outside of everything. And after that, I think we are getting into screenshots, so I will go ahead and take off here. I hope you guys really enjoyed this build video. If you haven't seen the Create a Sim video yet and you want to, please go ahead and take a look. I spent a lot of time on those sims, and I'm very happy with how all of them turned out. I think they all look really different and unique, and they have unique personalities. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone!